right, so Cronos Group and Tilray both reported earnings today, and they both failed to really impress Wall Street, guys. The revenue numbers were decent on both companies. We're going to cover that in just a minute, but the stock market as a whole is very confused and kind of stuck in gear right now. Today looked very, very mixed. Like I said, I would check 1 minute and we'd be in the green, and then I'd check an hour later and we'd be deep in the red. So still a very confused state that the market is in. I thought we were recovering going into midterm elections. We have lost all of that gain that we took since then, and it looks like we're moving backwards again. So hopefully we get into rally mode as we move towards the end of the year, but it's just not happening yet. Now let's talk about Cronos, guys. They missed by 2 cents, but they beat on revenue. So I kind of understand that. I'm kind of going to forgive that, because in my stock analysis video I did on Cronos Group, guys, they were very, very fundamentally overvalued. Okay, this company has a lot of problems they need to fix on the balance sheet, but I was impressed with these revenue numbers. Okay, so the 187% year over year growth, that is very good. And the consensus was calling for a $3.76 million revenue, and they beat that by 1.04 million, which is a very big beat for a smaller company like this. Now meanwhile, Tilray beat by 4 cents on the top line, and the revenues came in line. So to me, that's actually pretty positive. Tilray also is very, very fundamentally overvalued. But so they beat on the top line, and the revenues came in line. Now, I know the earnings whisper, or the real underground kind of stock market Wall Street whisper, was that Tilray was supposed to fall short on their revenue numbers, okay? So they did come in line, and that is a big step. Now, guys, I really want to make a point here, not just about these two companies, but you can throw Afria, Aurora, and CGC all in this mix right here. Is that we're not going to see the massive quarterly growth probably until Q4, probably until the next quarter, because marijuana was just legalized in October in Canada. So we're not going to see the big benefit from that, like I said, until we get to Q4. Now the bar is obviously naturally going to go up higher, but I think over the course of time, these stocks will go higher. I do think Tilray will. Now, Cronos Group seems to have a real bad reputation as is right now. Okay, they did have a better beat on revenue than Tilray. Tilray was a little cleaner on the top line, but neither one of these reports managed to impress Wall Street whatsoever today. Here's the one-day chart on Tilray, guys, and you probably can't even tell that they reported earnings, okay? So this is their kind of their normal trading activity. A lot of tops and bottoms, a lot of volatility during the day. Then you got here towards market close, and it fell off and dipped down to the 109 and 108 level and recovered a bit, dipped back down and closed the day at 108.74 for a 2.5% loss, okay? So, I don't think this earnings report was taken very positively or negatively. It's just pretty much came in line, did what they were expected to do, and now we need the bar set up a lot higher going into Q4. Here's the one-day chart on CRON, guys, and I actually made a trade on CRON today, okay? So they dipped down really, really hard right there at market open. Okay, so I made a nice little trade, used the volatility to my advantage. I knew that the report was not being taken positively, by investors, but it did manage to recover throughout the rest of the day and come in pretty decent. They only took about a 0.96% loss on the day, and they closed at $8.20. So, not really a bad day. Again, we have to consider market conditions, okay? Guys, we are not in a bull market right now. I thought we were recovering. Like I said, going into midterm elections, I thought the market was recovering, and the day or so after, we got a big boost. But now we have erased all of those leads, and it seems like we're trending backwards again. So, a little bit more of the same. I know everybody was anticipating a rally into the end of the year. I think we're still going to get there, but we're just in a very mixed up market right now, and neither one of these earnings reports, really impressed anybody. Okay, so it wasn't the standout numbers. I think Aurora had a lot better numbers than both of these companies, and Cronos and Tilray just did not catch anybody's attention really with their earnings reports. So let's see what quarter 4 brings. A lot of misses, a lot of bad guidance all across all the companies in Wall Street right now. So quarter 3 has just not been very good for anybody, so far. And let's hope we have a better quarter 4, okay? But that might also have something to do with the overall market conditions. Is that honestly, earnings for quarter 3 have just been kind of bad. Just been bad across the board. The only really good one that stands out in my mind is Microsoft, okay? But Apple had lowered guidance. Amazon had a revenue miss. Google had a revenue miss. Facebook didn't impress anybody. None of the big marijuana companies have impressed anybody. So, not a very good earnings season so far. But I really, really hope we get back into rally mode by the end of the year. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.